questions for our student athletes. We'll start with Justin.
So good to see you guys. Question for both of you guys. So how would you describe the camaraderie that you guys have built up over the last year, and how do you think the chemistry that you guys have built up can translate to this year?
I'll say coming from last year, you could definitely see on the field we're more comfortable talking to each other, playing more harder for each other, and just off the field, just that bond, that genuine love for each other, it just naturally carries over, on the field, at least for this spring ball. Yeah.
I think with a lot of us returning, it's been easier to because we already have that bond we've had since last year, and having these newcomers in, like Prince, Keatron, Victory, they come in, we teach them the ropes of how we do things and how we expect things to be done, and just seeing them come along with us and just pick things up fast has been so fun to watch. So just having that bond with each other is just amazing to see.
Julian, how do you think you've grown since you've gotten to Tucson?
As a player, just technically, I'll say more sound in my technique, and as a person, spiritually, man, I've met a lot of people that have helped me along the way to just become not only a better player on the football field, but just become an even better person off the field.
And for both of you, what have you learned under Trey Smith's leadership?
Oh yeah, Trey Smith. Mr. Redline himself.
Yeah, Mr. Redline.
Just watching him, his technique, his mannerisms is just so. It's just funny to see. He's redline in the breakfast, redline in meetings. Redline on, off the field. So just watching him just do things to the max is just fun to see. So we always have to take after him. We try our best to be like him, and it's just fun to see.
And to piggyback off what he's saying, he's not even overstating that. Trey Smith, everything he does is like 100 effort, everything. Just from the way he presents himself in the locker room, breakfast, showing up to meetings. He's a really quiet guy. He's been trying to step out of his shoes and be more vocal, but he's really a leader of action. He leads by his actions, and man, speaks louder than his words, man. Like Trey Smith, inspiring guy to the whole room.
Michael and Chris.
Those freshmen who just got here, Prince and Keatron, what do you guys do? What do you say to help them along, to get them to understand, what it takes, what they need to do to kind of, be at the level that you need to play here at Arizona?
We just give them, tips and tricks. Coming out of high school is, it's way different to just pick up things that at a college level. So, we always tell them get extra film in, get an extra workout in, get an extra meal in, because they're all coming in undersized. So getting their weight up, getting their strength up is a important thing. So we always try to tell them, just be with us, just watch what we do and just do it even better than us. So, just being with them, just having them come along with us, just love to see it.
Yeah, in addition to that, just trying to tell them, don't be too overwhelmed in practice. You're going to make mistakes, but just being coachable after you make those mistakes. And no, it's part of a spring ball. You're gonna make those mistakes, but just bouncing back off of those and correcting it every single practice from the coaches, getting those cues from the older guys as well. Just keep on growing and perfecting their craft as young as they are.
Chris and Justin.
Last year, you guys were learning Danny Gonzalez's scheme, learning how to be coached by Joe Savaiinaea. This year, you guys just get to kind of refine the techniques, and you're not learning necessarily as much as just kind of continue to be comfortable. How nice is that continuity and having both of those guys back for year two?
We talk about it with the boys, last year it was, things were kind of slow because we were just introduced to this defense and everything, and the coaching style. And this year, as spring ball has been going, we know what to do, and we know how it should be done. So, we just can't make these same mistakes that we always been making. So, I'll probably say it's a little easier just to now that we know what to do, and so, yeah.
Retaining those coaches, man, it's a huge advantage to us returnees because we know the expectation. For the playbook part, like pretty much we know the whole playbook, the sort of the concepts that Coach G has taught us from last year. So having that continuity helps us get a step on our opponents and like knowing, okay, well, this is where we got to fit, this is what we got to do, and just being more aggressive, and then going off of that.
Justin and Juan.
We often hear about guys hanging out outside of the facility and everything. How do you guys bond? And then what is it like having meals over at Joe Salavea's house?
Oh, yeah, Coach Joe, if you ever try to gain some weight, I think that's the guy that, you need to go to.
He got the good Palu
Yeah,
food.
the food he makes, his wife makes, his family makes, is fire. And, it's not just the meals, it's, just us getting together and just being able to just talk about things outside of football, just, talk about how life is, how school is, and, just being with the boys out, just thinking about something other than football is probably good for the mind.
What are some of the things that you guys eat with Joe Salavea?
Oh, he makes his family made this. It's like a Polynesian dish. It's called lu. It's like a
Palu
leaf wrapped with like
coconut milk.
with lamb, coconut milk, and then there's also like taro. I don't know if you guys know what taro is.
It's like a starch.
And then he also has a dessert drink. It's called a otai. It's like watermelon with like just all these fruits. I don't know. His wife just makes it. We just eat it.
Yeah, fire.
Multiple coaches have said Dominic Alessio is one of the most improved players this offseason. Would you agree with that, and what have you seen from him?
Oh yeah, I totally agree. I actually live with Dom, and just seeing him at home. He's watching extra film. He's getting extra stretching in. He's always we have this place down the street. It's called Tucson Cold Plunge, and
Go plunge.
we always go there to we get a sauna in there. We got a hot tub, cold tub. So after hours, he's always over there taking his taking extra in between and unrequired, seriously. So just fun watching him, just keep the same routine each and every day. And it shows on the field and it's been showing. And I just can't wait to see what's more to come from him.
Finish up with Justin.
It's funny that you mentioned that when you go to Joe Salavea to gain weight, and then Zach Cialepa's over here losing weight. How impressive has he been about just the process of losing weight, and how do you think this is going to set him up for a good year this year?
Zach's my roommate, and when he moved in, that was one of the things he's like talked about was his diet, and man, he's just been locked in this off season with what he's eating from the morning till dinner time, just consistently monitoring like what he eats or what he shouldn't be eating, and I think that's gonna be dangerous because he's already a big man, so like cutting that weight off, man, that's a big guy moving fast.
We've heard from the coaches that you have kind of helped him be accountable about that. What's it been like living with him and just kind of going through the process of losing weight?
Just when we go do our weekly shopping on Sundays, I just be telling him, like what's your plan for the week? Like, what are you eating on certain days? Like, do you want to cut this portion out? And just helping him out on like what not to eat. Because he already has help from a nutritionist team. I just hold him accountable to that, like make sure he's not grabbing too much snacks or desserts. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Fellas, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.